to do is to just use your imagination to the best of your ability. I'm going to work in what I call the mind frames that I've discovered that sort of surround our body. That just off of a place of balance is a sort of habitual imbalance on each side. An emotion, a sentiment. And we're going to, I'm going to sort of comb through each of these zones, talking about what is there, and then what it's like in its healthy expression, when it comes out of imbalance and into balance, what that looks like. So we'll just be going through each energy center. I'm going to start, where am I going to start? Right. I'm going to start at the right foot. And I'm going to work my way around down to the left foot. So we're going to cover each center and each one of these imbalances, just sort of briefly. And I just want you to stay with your breathing. So your job is to, one, imagine this particular area, paying attention to the sensations in your body, and really using your breath. Anytime you get into that kind of or discomfort, and sometimes you might have to do that very fiercely. You know, one of the things that I do when I'm working with people who are, you know, sensitive and delicate and have often felt like a victim is to teach them how to be fierce. Right? How to like really like fiercely breathe and ground. You know, don't fiddle around. Don't tell yourself your story. You're like, oh, I can't. You know. Just do it. And so if anything starts to become uncomfortable or intense or, you know, just believe that you've got the power to, you know, really send that energy to ground, really discharge, really allow what is strong and clear and true to you, your potential, to come through. Okay? All right. So let's just get started. Again, you know, bringing your awareness back into that the grounding breath, the sort of channels of up and down flow, just kind of finding that place again. And in a moment, I'll get started. Okay, so the first place that we're going to work is the Earth Star Energy Center that is below our feet. So I'm just going to collectively activate our Earth Star. And from here, energy comes up our feet, up through our legs, up through our central channel, and comes out the top of the head, top of the torus. So allowing that energy to come up, noticing any place there it might get stuck in the hips. So any place where you find, oh no, that current of light is getting jammed, and each strike of the tuning fork sends a new current of energy up through, allowing it to break through any place where there's blocks. You get the diaphragm. There we go. That one is right up out through the top of the head. So just feeling that ascending current coming up through the body. And then I'll come up to the top of the head, just above the head, into the Sun Star or Soul Star Energy Center. Activating this, allowing that positive flow of sunlight to come down through the crown, down through the central channel, down our legs, out our feet. And so we're connecting these two terminals. And through the connection of these terminals, we amplify the energy flowing through our electric bodies. So I'm hearing that I'm actually going to do this a little differently now that I've gotten started. So we're actually going to work from the crown down to the feet, and we're going to do one energy center at a time. So I'm going to come into just the crown itself, and the imbalances in the crown on the right and left sides tend to be, I'm going to do the right side first, the tendency to just not be in right relationship with time. So whether we feel like we don't have enough time, whether we feel like we're under time pressure, whether we feel like we've wasted our time, whatever our story is around our relationship with time. This is one of the most important relationships we have. And then we connect up through the crown chakra into the heavens. What do we see? What do we perceive in the heavens but cycles? Cycles of time. Everything is cycles within cycles within cycles. And we want to be in alignment with the cosmic dance, the flow of the earth around the sun, and the sun around the Milky Way, and the Milky Way around the universe. That energy is the relationship of matter to all other matter in the universe. And we allow ourselves to be part of that cosmic dance, that cosmic song. I have all the time I need to do everything I have to do as I participate in the cosmic dance. So coming in on the left side of that, again, any imbalances related to lack of time. Any dislike of time that we have. Any judgments around time. Any fear around time. That anxiety of time pressure. Allowing any energy like that comes up, that dances around in the mix. You can exhale it out the top of your head and breathe into the belly. And just blast it out the top of your head and really feel through that connection that we come into alignment, that we're informed by the starlight, by all the light we cannot see, in our relationship to that. And our surrender to that flow, letting it in. Feeling the flow of the torus. Just feeling that crown chakra really find its opening, the many-petaled lotus. How when we come into right relationship with time, when we come into right relationship with the divine, implicate and explicate universe, there's a softening, a relaxing, and a rejoicing. We're going to come down to the third eye. And on the left side of the third eye, we find the tendency to look backwards with maybe regret or remorse or guilt, with shoulds or shouldn'ts. Or maybe we look back on better old times. When we reflect, especially in a way that's charged with emotion, we pull the energy from our brain, from our pineal, from our pituitary, from all the important functions that go on in the brain, out into the field. So we want to imagine drawing in that energy from the right side of our head, bringing it right into center, into now. And our ability to stay present in the illuminated moment, releasing any emotional attachments to what could have been or should have been or shouldn't have been, and trusting in the flow of life and what is. Good. Just bringing ourselves into a deep awareness, center of our brain, the center of this moment. Forgiving ourselves for anything that we did or didn't do. Forgiving others for anything they did or didn't do in the past. And allowing ourselves to come and rest in this perfect now and trust. Good. Coming over to the left side of the third eye. The tendency to worry about the future. Tendency to overthink our to-do lists. The tendency to worry about what other people might think. Bringing all that awareness into the center of the brain, the center of the skull, and into now. Exhaling any tension or worry that is stored in the body